Hey guys, it's Silver Snorlax. I'm back again with another PSA Arrivals. I had a couple of auctions that I won, and I'm actually late uploading this one. I won this weeks and weeks ago, but lots of cards I wanted to go ahead and show you guys. It's more base set. I'm going to go ahead and start it off with my first card here. Just a Shadowless Machamp First Edition Gem Mint 10. I'm actually not real big on the artwork on this one. I'm not real sure what it is. Just nothing impresses me about the card, really. However, it is base set, and it is something that I collect, so I did pick it up regardless, as you don't see that stuff too often. The rest of the cards I'm fairly happy with, though. Eradicate, again, Gem Mint 10, First Edition Shadowless. Cool card. I know back in the day when the TCG first came out, Rattata was a big card, as it could do 20 damage with just one energy, and it was just a basic Pokemon at the time. So you saw that used in a couple of decks. And this card always kind of, I thought was cool because it had that question mark for the damage amount. So that's something you generally didn't see back then. I thought that was pretty cool. Next up, Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd has always been an interesting Pokemon for me, simply because it had no evolution, and it holds that little, I guess it's an onion leek or whatever it is. But that always intrigued me a little bit. Just an interesting Pokemon. I really hope they give it an evolution when Gen 6 rolls around. Next up, Ponyta. This is an intriguing card simply because I like how the Ponyta is drawn. However, the background throws me a little bit. I'm not sure if that's a photograph or something computer generated. I'm fairly certain it was something that was computer generated and then later painted. It looks like something along those lines. But regardless, I kind of like how that card came out. Next up, we're getting into some of my favorite cards. I really like how some of these cards were kind of done, they were kind of computer generated more or less. Ghastly was a big card for me. I just liked how it was thrown together. I really liked that Destiny Bond attack there when I was a kid. I remember reading it and thinking, wow, what a great card. Discard one psychic energy in order to use this attack. If the Pokemon knocks out Ghastly, knock out the opposing Pokemon. I was like, great, you can just line up a bench full of these and boom, done. So I thought that was cool. I never played the TCG as a kid, but I knew people who did, and I thought that was cool. This is one of my favorite cards, Staryu. Again, that kind of computer-generated feel to it. The only thing that really throws me about the card, and I've determined that these have to be seashells, but you'll see there's a little white speck there, and one up at the top. They kind of throw me in the artwork. I mean, I understand why this top part is a little more dark and faded. That's because it's supposed to be like surf or tide rolling in, Staryu's on a beach. But those two little white things threw me a little bit, but I really like how Staryu looks. So I made sure to bid a little extra on that one to make sure I would in fact grab it. Then probably the most interesting card that I got out of the lot, as the last several cards I showed were part of a, not really a lot, but individual auctions from the same seller. This one's actually considered an error card, and I'll show you why. Usually found in power plants, easily mistaken for a Monster Ball, it has zapped many Pokemon. That's not supposed to be Monster Ball, that's supposed to be Pokeball. My guess is there was some kind of error during translation when they did the Japanese to English switch over. So that shouldn't read Monster Ball, it should in fact read Pokeball. But that's still a cool card nonetheless. I really like how it looks. And then last card I have for today was a card I picked up at a completely different auction, believe it or not. There was actually a set of like, it was 8 more common and uncommon base set stuff, and whoever was bidding against me was outbidding me by quite a bit. So what I did was I delivered a series of punishes because I'm a jerk, and made sure to inflate the prices pretty heavily so that he had to pay way more than he should have, because generally when I go to an auction I win hands down because I outpay for pretty much everything. So but this card I did steal away from him. Not entirely sure if I overpaid or not, because it's an Ivysaur. Generally with the starters you see increased prices because Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, excuse me, are all cards that are still very heavily sought after in today's market. So I paid a little more than I figured I would, but you know, honestly, I'm pretty happy with the card because I never see these come up at auction. I do need the Bulbasaur, the Gem Mint 10 First Edition Bulbasaur. I cannot seem to find it for the life of me. I'm talking to another guy right now who's probably sending in a round of cards. I think he's sending in something like 5 or 6 Bulbasaurs. And if one of them's a 10, I'll probably just buy it off him. But cool stuff. Wanted to go ahead and show you guys everything that I got. do this real fast. Kind of lay them all up here for you guys to look at. All first edition Gem Mint 10s. I love these. Love adding them to the collection. And I've actually got more base set stuff, but it's not common and uncommons. It is something with a little hollow foil in it. So you guys can enjoy that. So there you go, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you again next time.